Recorded for everybody and shit too. All right, today, simple first day or whatever. We're gonna go over risk management because this is more the most important thing that a lot of traders fail to do and fail to go by is risk management. Have a good risk management plan. This is a lot of the reason why a lot of traders fail. Um, hey, to whoever on here, can you hear me? You can hear me? I'm good. Everything sound clear. All right, cool, cool. All right, bet. All right, so risk management. Um, let's do it. All right, so what is risk management and trading? Risk management obviously is the process of identifying, assessing, and controlling threats to an organization's capital, earnings, and operations. So this is big because you want to have risk management because you want to, as traders, the biggest thing we want to do is control our capital. So a lot of people don't treat trading as a business, and that's why a lot of people fail. You got to treat trading as a business. I mean, it's just as simple as that. You're playing with your real money. Um, why not treat it as a business, as a side thing? I mean, you just got to be disciplined with your bread. You don't want to just be out here getting in unnecessary plays and blowing your whole damn account over choppy situations, ugly market conditions, or something like that. As traders, the biggest thing we have to do in the market is control our capital. As traders, there's a few things that we can control. And our capital is one of those things. We can control things like us getting in a play, us cutting a trade, us taking profits. But what we can't control is whether this trade is going to go the right way. This trade is going to go our way every single time. No, no trade is ever 100%. That's the third bulletin point that I want to go over. Every trade is not going to go your way. I took a few losses this past week. I took a few losses the week before that, but those losses are small compared to my big winners. Even if I take a big loss, um, my account's at a size now where I'm gonna have to take a few big losses, and because I'm so disciplined, that mainly will not happen. For me personally, if I take a big loss, I probably won't even trade for the next 2 days, just for me to process that I just lost this amount, and most likely I went against my rules. So for the main purpose of this, just understand like no trade is ever 100%. You're not just gonna ever hop into a trade and it's gonna always go your way. I don't care. You can win 10 straight trades. Like at the bottom it says you can win 10 straight trades and one big loss can blow your whole account in minutes. Literally. This was a problem with me when I first started trading. I mean, dude, like I would fund my account probably with $1,000 1 month. I'm going green for like 2 months straight. Um, and then it's just one day where I'm overconfident in a play. I'm size too heavy, not following my rules anymore. And I just overly size into a play and just blow my whole account in one trade after putting in work for 2 months, keeping the account alive and everything. So just understand that risk management and trading is very important. It really keeps us in the game. Losses in the market are inevitable. It's part of this game. You have to be comfortable with losing. That's one of those things where you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. As humans, it's we hate to lose, especially men. That's an ego thing. We just hate to lose, but when you can put that psychology with risk management that, every trade is not gonna go my way. I'm going to lose trades. Or maybe that was just a terrible trade that you learn from what that trade was and you just move on. Um, Another reason why is risk management important to trading. Like I said, proper risk management allows us to stay in the game longer. Just trading stuff it's a long term thing. You don't want to, I mean, just be in the market for here and there and just not getting anything out of it. You want to have proper risk management so you don't have to keep funding your accounts, keep blowing your accounts. You'll be able to pay yourself as your risk management improves and get better as your account grows. You're just opening yourself up to make more money in the markets easy. Having a great risk management plan, it allows you to be less stressful because you know what you're willing to risk, you know what you're willing to lose. And if it don't go your way that day, you just cool. Me personally, I said and I'll show my rules and my plan here later on at the end of the slide. But for example, if I'm on a 2-loss streak for the day, 9 times out of 10 in my rules, it says 3 max loss trades, and then you're done for the day. Sometimes if I lose 2 trades on the day early, I'm done. Why? Because I don't want to overtrade. I don't want to revenge trade and feel like I have to make that money back. Um, and most of the time when you're revenge trading, a lot of you guys don't know what happens. You end up losing way more money than you started with. You have a way bigger loss than what you just had when you could have just ended the trade. Uh, and it's just as simple as that, man. Uh, so treat trading like a business. Um, every single time overtrade. Yep, overtrading is a account killer. When I first started trading futures, bro, to keep it real, like I wish I still had the screenshots from this. It's on my old phone, but I was averaging probably about 40 to 60 trades a day. Like fucking my small account up on MT4. Like when I first found out about futures, like I was trying everything. I was trading pairs, I'm trading gold, I'm doing everything. But once I really locked in the futures and started, because when I first started futures, I was, like I said, I was trading everything, just like I was when I was doing options. That's why I hated options, because there's so many things to trade. And it's just like everything might look good one day, and then you get in everything and everything just shit on you. And I don't know. Options was just terrible for me at first. But same with futures, it was terrible for me at first as well. Um, until I found NQ and ES, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just chill and just trade these 2 stocks. So that was the first thing about my risk management that I did. How to become better at risk management. One, I stopped over trading. Two, I stopped looking for everything that was moving up and down. I really settled in on two stocks, ES and NQ. Um, really mastered those. I wasn't trading anything other than those. Still to this day, I'm not trading anything other than ES and NQ because it pays the bills. So how do we become better at risk management? Have trading rules. You gotta have trading rules. You gotta have this is this is one of those things like you go to school, you gotta have a book bag, bro. You got to have trading rules because if you don't, that's just like your 9 to 5. At your job, you have rules and you gotta be disciplined. So why not when you come to the market, you have rules and be disciplined that you go by as well? That's where people mess up. That's why a lot of traders fail because they don't have rules. They just get in plays just to get in plays, or they don't have a stop loss. They just gonna let that motherfucker keep dying or keep running up and watching their account just go into shambles, trying to have diamond hands that the play comes back. No, man, just cut the trade as a small L and get in the next trade and make it back. That's simple. So have trading rules and be disciplined about your trading rules. Another good thing to do is journal your trades. I don't do this anymore. I'm not gonna cap, but at first, when I first began trading, man, I did do this a lot. And on the weekends, I would look back over and I would notice some things like, okay, I got in this play at 9:30 right at open. For the last 10 times that I got in a trade at open, I've lost 8 of those trades. So okay, I'm not trading at open no more. That's simple. Because for one thing, that right there showed me that I was losing plays. I'm losing money right there at open every time, 50% chance. So why would I even risk that anymore? Um, Maybe you might see when you journey your trades, you might be in trades way too long. The first 5 minutes of the trade that you in, you might be in profit. But if you hold in the trade five longer than 5 minutes, you might be down and you might end up losing on the trade. So always journal your trades, just little things like that keeps you aware. It just keeps you disciplined. Lets you know what's going on with your money. What kind of setups you're good at, how good are you at holding a play, etc. So journey your trades, bro. It's always good to do that. Be patient for your setups. Now, tomorrow the market isn't open. So for traders, that's a 3-day weekend for us. So everybody's gonna be itchy getting back into the markets Tuesday. Fine. Let people be itchy. Let people like us, retail traders, go in and start the day and fuck their money up. No, let's just wait until our setup presents itself or until price gives us a kind of direction of where it wants to go first before we even take a trade. Especially on Mondays, I like to be very patient. I mean, for Mondays is good on NQ because we normally have pre-market breakouts and things like that. So I understand it's very, very hard to be patient, but if you're not a trader at the open, if you can't handle that, don't even fuck with it. Even if I call it, just like Elon can probably tell you who's in a play when I think it was Friday. We was in a play. I think we was in a play real early, started the day. And I was probably up about 2,200. It was around like 9 o'clock. You know, that it kept ranging from like 2,200 to 2,800. And then when open came, you know, we just tanked. I know a couple of guys in the chat took profits, but I held. And we actually ended up closing below an EMA, so I got out and sold for about 945 to 1,000, something like that. So that's just what I'm saying. If you're not prepared or if you're not built for that open and pump or dump while you're already in a trade, just, you know, don't trade about it. I mean, just don't trade it open. Just be patient on your setups. It'll come, I promise. Another point. Think about the next 100 trades. So I actually got this saying from Rake Trades, a very good trader. Think about the next 100 trades, bro. And this really leveled the playing field for me. This made everything a lot easier for me. You got to understand, man, as traders, you're not gonna win on every trade. I learned that from my mentor. Uh, my mentor learned that from his mentor. I mean, any trader would tell you that it's inevitable to win every single trade. I mean, I don't know anybody that's fucking undefeated in the markets. Not even Warren Buffett. Rest in peace, Buffett. But you know what I mean? Just think about the next 100 trades. That next trade that you take after that L might be the one that can recover all L's from the past. Um, I remember my first payout, not even payout, but like just withdraw from a brokerage account. It recovered my losses for 3 years. And you know, if I never would have thought about the next 100 trades, I mean, I would have been giving up about this trade and shit. The next point, no revenge trading. No revenge trading. Let's talk about. I want to talk about prop firms with this for a minute. When you're in these prop firms and you first start out, you know that you have either 1,000, 2,000, and I think it's 3,000 stop loss limit till you hit your daily draw limit or whatever. It's through Top Step. But any prop firm you're going through, you know that you have a daily loss limit. So if you're already down on the day, a few trades, and you're about to hit that loss limit, why even risk going back and trading that and hitting that loss limit? I mean, all that does is just bring you down even more to close to blowing that account. Just like in a real live brokerage account, money that you just funded into that account, and you are already on the losing streak on the day. Let's say I'm 0 for 3, I'm down $1,600. I'm already like, oh, I gotta get this back. Okay, I gotta make 1,600. No, just call it a day and get off the screen. Um, that used to be real hard for me to do because that was the reason why I was doing so many trades, 40 to 60 trades, because I might make 1,000, then I lose 800. So I'm trying to get back that 1,000 when I could have just took my $200 and left for the table. So no revenge trade, don't overtrade. That shit is a count, killer. If you're down for the day and you can't seem to find your edge or get back into the markets, just let it ride. Just take the L. I promise you, it's gonna feel much better taking the L coming back tomorrow with a fresh mindset, feeling better, a new day, than taking the L and potentially blowing your account and having to refund your account or buy a new Top Step account or whatever, man. It just don't feel good. No PL watching. So this was big for me. I used to always watch my PL in the play. And majority of times when I'm calling out a play on NQ, um, it's not rare that we go instantly in profit, but sometimes we just don't instantly and go in profit. We wick around in plays, we do all this other shit. So if you're watching your PL that whole time, you like, damn, like I'm down, I might be down 600 or here and there. No, I swear, like when I'm on Zoom with you guys never see my P&L because I don't like even for me if I'm trading behind the screens by myself, I don't keep my P&L on because it'll mess up my thinking. It'll make me, second guess myself about the play. No, so all I do is, I might have a level on my chart where I want to sell. That'll be my mental stop loss. I might pop it on at the end of the day or something to see what my P&L is. But for the most part, nah, man, don't watch P&L. If the trade goes my way, I start to turn on the P&L. I get a little NCC out and see to see how much I'm up. But for the most part, no PL watching. Try that. It might help for you guys. It might not. Do I ever set hard stops? I set hard stops when I'm going over at least 5 cons, bro. I never set hard stops because NQ, you know how it is. She want to do this, she want to do that, and then let's say if I set a hard stop, I fuck around and get stopped out, and it goes totally my way. So for the most part, bro, I don't really set hard stops. I have a mental stop in my head that like, okay, if it hits this level, I'm out. Or if we close beneath this, I'm out. That's pretty much how I do my stuff. I was kind of taught that way, not to have a stop loss, but I don't want to. I want to teach you guys the wrong way, but yeah, you can set hard stops, but that's kind of an individual thing, in my opinion. I mean, cut the trade. You know to cut the trade when you supposed to cut the trade as a trader, in my opinion. But I'll give you an example when I go to the charts here in a minute. But for the most part, I have mental stops, and like if I see it approaching a level that I know might be significant to me, or if it closed beneath something or above, then I'll cut the trade. For the most part, I just don't watch my PL during there because it messes with my psychology. Small losers, big winners. The smallest loss, the max loss in the trade, Elon, if you're asking, is basically for me, my max loss would be $500 a trade. So I'm risking 500 to make, whatever the case is. And like I said, we'll go over it. I got some stuff pulled up on the charts for you. Um, Lastly, like I said, small losers, big winners. I could go out here and lose 9 straight trades for what, $100. So I'm down 900. But that one big trade can, that one big win can take away that whole 900. You guys that trade futures with me, you guys know. Last week, I think I even got it on the Blue Chip Instagram page. I took 3 trades. First trade, I was down probably about 1,000. Oversized way too heavy. wasn't focused on my rules. Was about to call it a day actually, but I didn't. I was down 1,000. Next play, I made 1,000, so I'm back at break even. And then the next trade, I took profit, and I was up like $4 on some other shit, and we came back and ended the day up 2 bands. So that's kind of what I'm saying. If you're gonna, you know, trade and go by small losers, big winners, you gotta understand that you gotta really cut your trade and go by your rules. If it's a loss, it's a loss. Move on. It's cool. Think about the next 100 trades. Just like with sports, you lose a game, cool, bro. Next week we got another one, or tomorrow we got another game. So small losers, big winners. Cut the trade early. I would never teach what I did last week when I held that trade for too long. That was just absurd. So I wasn't following my rules, and it cost me. It made me have to really work for my bread back. So overall, man, just be disciplined. Journal your trades, have trading rules. Try no P&L watching. Now, that's harder to do than save because I know everybody want to see where their money at. And keep your losers small and your winners big. All right, how to make a proper risk management plan. So this is big. So like I said, a lot of people don't understand risk management. A lot of people don't understand that this keeps us in the game. This is just like with sports betting or just your financial in life. You should have good risk management with everything. If the numbers are not making sense or adding up, why are you doing it? It's just about living, not above your means, but right at it. Um, so risk capital. So I broke it down into four different parts. So risk capital to me is this is money that you're willing to lose, that you're risking, that you're willing to lose. So I always tell for the newbies that's gonna see this, if you want to fund your brokerage account, I always tell people to start with at least $1,000 to $2,000. This is gonna give you some, especially with the 2K, 1,000 to 5K, honestly, but the 2K is gonna give you a lot more risk than $1,000 account. I used to try to do small accounts. The smallest account I ever ran up was a $500 account to about, I think it was about 8 to 9,000. But it was hella hard because you don't have that much wiggle room to play with. If you lose one trade in NQ, it's over. So I like to tell people to start around 1K to 5K. You got a lot more room. So okay, boom, risk capital. We got let's say we start an account with 2,000. We don't care about this $2,000. We cool with losing that. Now let's go to risk per trade. Not how much you're willing to lose each trade. So before I take any trade on this $2,000 account, I know that if this trade gets me down $200, okay, cool. I'm gonna just cut my trade. Now this is the same way that I do Top Step accounts and my live account. So let me give you an example, and I wrote this down. If I'm in the 50K accounts for Top Step, I'm risking that $200 to make 1,000. So every play, I'm gonna risk $200. And let me do the math. So NQ is $20 a point. So I'm risking every trade 10 points to make $1,000. So I'm risking 10 points to make 50 points, if that makes sense. And I mean, so I'm willing to lose $200 to make 1,000. So that's how I trade 50Ks. That's how I trade the 100Ks. In the 100Ks, I probably risk a little more. I risk about 500 to make about 2K, and about the same thing with the 150Ks. So with those, it's giving you at least about, and this is just me and what my risk management plan and how that comes into the prop firms. So on those accounts, with my plan that I go by, it's giving me at least 4 to 5 trading opportunities until I hit that daily limit loss or that daily stop loss. So for me, if I'm not, and like I said, this goes back to my rules. Like I told you guys earlier, I'm maxed out. If I lose 2 to 3 trades a day, I'm gone. And with my risk plan with prop firms and my live account, I'm only trading my max trade is 5 trades a day. So if I'm done on those first 3 of the day, I'm just done. Um, I'm not risking too much. My account's still alive. I'm not over trading, trying to get the bread back, revenge trading. No, because if I keep doing that, I'm gonna just blow my account. So risk capital, $2,000. We're cool with losing that. We fund our account. Per risk per trade, okay. Every time we get into a trade, we know we're gonna risk 10 points on NQ, $200. That's our stop loss. We're gonna get out. Now sizing. Now this is why I say only size about 5 to 10% of your account per trade. So, and for small accounts, risk 5% to make 20% on the trade. So that's just about the same thing. That 10-point stop loss, you're risking 10 points to get 50 points. That risk to reward to me is pretty fucking fire. Risking 200 to make 1,000. That's doubling up multiple times. So sizing, me personally, my first trade of the day, I probably size around 1 to 2 contracts, especially on days like Mondays or like how we about to come in Tuesday and trade. I definitely sized light on my first trade of the day, and I just grabbed those profits. And then after the rest of the day, I'm playing with profits, and then that's where I might size up heavier. If I see an A plus or a B plus, B grade trade, is like what I like to call them. I size heavier than usual. But that's another thing people don't understand with risk management. Okay, cool. You got a $500 account. Why are you YOLOing your $500 account in one trade? No, just risk about 5% of that. A $50 to make, I don't know, 150. I mean, that's doubling up your money right there. If you're growing a small account, sizing is very hard because one, if you YOLO it, you can blow your whole account. But two, if you YOLO it, you can double your whole account. So me personally, when I first started trading, I was doing the little 1% rule where I'm only risking 1% of my account in a trade, and it just honestly took too long. So I just stacked up more bread. I stacked up around 2K, and I was willing to really take off with that, and I was comfortable with that. I was comfortable with losing 200 a trade, but I knew that I can make about 800-900 a trade, and the stress really was taken off of me then. So just being able to size correctly, not sizing too heavy, especially if you're not confident in that trade. If you second guessing yourself in a trade, don't take it. Just don't even take it, especially with NQ. Stop loss and take profit levels. This is key. Take your profits, man, on winners. If you hit new highs or if you're in sales and you hit new lows, take your profits or trim. Always. So the first trade for me of the day, if it goes my way, I'm definitely cutting and I'm out full position. We can get back in on the trend or whatever the case may be. Take those profits, man. Don't just bag hold. Don't try to hit the home fucking run. Don't think that the market just gonna keep going your way forever. No. The market pulls back to go lower or higher or whatever the case may be, man. So take profits on winners. Understand, especially if you're trading NQ. A lot of people don't. A lot of people trade so differently than probably the way that we think they're trading on NQ. I know I definitely thought differently. I thought people were catching 100-point moves, this, that, and the third, like I was, until I got to looking at these big traders and they're only catching 5 to 10-point moves. But the thing they're doing is they're loading heavy, catching those 10, 15-point moves, and they're making 20,000 off of it, and they're done for the week. Us as retail traders, I mean, we don't have many. I mean, I don't know about you guys' circumstances, but I just don't have 80K to go size up into a play to make 150K and call it a day. Like, nah, that ain't me. Uh, hopefully one day. I mean, because them boys literally, some of the guys I look up to, they're literally in the market for about 10 minutes and they done, and they've done made 30,000 in 10 minutes. And you know what I'm saying? They just done for the day. But for me, I like, and then I learned this from my mentor, Jessla. I like low risk but high profit opportunity. Like I said, I like the risk 10 to 15 points. I know a lot of other futures traders probably risk about 5 to 6 points for like 20-point move. No, I'll risk 10 for about a 50 to 60 point move easily. And that's just me personally. Take profits on winners and cut the losers early. Why I say cut the losers early, bro, is because we can always make that back. We can always make that bread back, especially a scalping. But other than that, man, it is what it is. All right, here's my personal risk plan and my rules for 2024. I'm gonna go over that a little bit. So first thing first, like I said, Friday, look, here, sometimes I ain't always disciplined. I'm gonna keep it a band with y'all. I ain't always disciplined, but when I really locked in and became disciplined, my trading really grew, and that's what turned me into a profitable trader. But no trades are open. Wait until I identify what price is doing, basically the trend on bigger time frames. So that's why later on in this mentorship, um, we're gonna go over my strategy and how I look at the market each and every day. Bigger time frames is key. That's always going to tell you the overall market and where price is going of whatever stock or anything, bigger time frame. So what I do is bigger time frame analysis, start from the weekly, and I work. Uh, I may see bullish momentum on higher time frames, just like we saw last week. I think we sold off hard around 10 a.m. But the bigger time frames we're still continuing to show bullish momentum and bullish, and all we did was bounce at the 4 hour EMA and we rocketed back up to the highs. So that's what I'm saying. So start from a bigger time frame analysis. This is what I do every morning. I start from a higher time frame and I work so I don't be biased. I know what's going on. The big next is don't be biased, be able to adjust to market circumstances. So if you go back to the chat and look at some of the things I called out, when I wake up in the morning and I give you guys my morning analysis, I might be thinking sales. Something might show me that, hey, I want to short the market. But when that opening bell rings and price is in the uptrend, why am I going against that? And why would I want to short the market when it's obviously telling me that bulls is in control? So don't be biased, man. That really changed the game for me as well. When waking up and I'm just like, okay, I used to be like, okay, we're gonna short the shit out of whatever I'm on the trade, and I'm not changing my bias, or I'm just sticking this trade until my account is blown. So don't be biased, man. Be able to adjust. If you want to short something, but the market is showing you that bulls is in control, okay, ride the wave. Um, you're not a market maker. Us as retail traders, we can't go in and throw 100,000 in the trade and expect it to move the whole market. No, we're not hedge fund. We're not market makers with millions of dollars and just moving the whole markets. Nah, we ain't doing that yet. One day we will, but right now we not. So go with the trend and don't be biased. It's not going with you. Just don't ride with it. For me, no adding in cons. If I did size heavy when taking the first trade of the day. So for me, first trade of the day, I'm usually starting out with 1 to 2 contracts. I'm not starting out with more than that. I don't even care if it's an A+ setup for me. If I see a bull flag into support on the hourly, I'm still going 1 to 2 contracts on that first trade of the day, because if the trade don't go my way and it pulls back on me or whatever, with 4 to 5 cons or even more, that's gonna be hard for me to try to get that loss back throughout the day. If I'm in a trade, I like to wait until price completely closes under my stop loss. I just don't get out as soon as it touts my stop loss. I like to wait for a close below or above, whatever the case may be. Next, don't rely on indicators. Use them as confluences. Price action is king. EMAs and the volume indicator, even the VWAP, don't rely on those things. All those things are lagging indicators. Just use them as confluences, bro. If you see good volume on a 5 minute for buys and you got a rising EMA with good volume coming in, okay, great. But don't just simply take the trade off of an EMA cross. Like, nah, we gotta have other things lining up. For me personally, price action is king. We gotta have a break of support, change of character, one of those two things, and then use indicators as confluences to add up for those things. I said this earlier, A grade and B grade setups, I load pretty heavy. And then you got those things I call C grade setups, where it's mainly like scalps on smaller time frames. I don't really load heavy on these because it's just really a dumb trade. I really shouldn't have put that in here, but C Gary trades one kind. Max trades a day for me, 6. Max losing trades a day for me is 3. So if I lose the first 3 trades, I'm done for the day. Max loss per trade. Now this is max loss per trade. So it's $300 to $500. That's about the most I'm gonna lose, especially if I'm following my rules. 500 a trade. My max loss a day is 1,500. So if I lose 1,500 on my Ninja Trader account or Top Step account, I'm done for the day. I don't even want to try to reach that trailing stop loss or whatever, especially not in my live account, because that'll really mess me up. So like I said, 1,500 is my daily loss limit. If I'm down that, I'm just down. I'm done. I might work on some Evol accounts or something like that. Take profits at new highs, new lows, and profit targets. Don't be a bag holder. I mean, if anything, leave a runner. But man, make sure you lock in your profits. Don't give it away. If you're gonna be a trader like I was last year around October and August and September, I was really holding trades real long. Like what I wasn't getting out of a trade until price actually closed beneath the 15-minute EMA. I still kind of go by that rule, but kind of now with the market that it's been in, I've been really locking in profits here and there, and then we just get back in the move. So taking profits at new highs and new lows and targets, just locking that. My daily profit target, 2,000 a day. If I can make $2,000 a day, that pays everything for me. I'm good. I ain't worrying about nothing. Anything else is extra. It might be some extra plays for you guys in the chat or something. Be patient, stay disciplined. $1,000 a day keeps a 9 to 5 away. And that's my rules. That's my plan, and that's pretty much risk management. Anybody got any questions on risk management? And cool, no question.
Yeah, I got a question.
So who is that? Pop, what's good, Brody?
What's good, bro? Shit. So lately I've been trying to figure out how to win more on my trades. So like not necessarily trying to get longer moves or bigger moves or anything, because I take profit at 3R, like no matter what, I take profit at 3R. Just because I realize with my strategy, that's normally when price kind of like starts to turn around. So I've been trying to figure out like a strategy to add on contracts while I'm in the trade, because I read a book called The Best Loser Wins, and he talks about how, you like most professional traders add on to their winning trades. So do you do that? Like if you do that, like how do you go about it? Because that's something I wanna start doing.
So how I go about it, I do add in, and adding in can get tricky, bro. So I'm gonna go over an example right here. This is one of the examples that I took a trade on Friday. So to start with the risk management example, for this example, I risked 11.4 points, which would be $228 per contract to gain this target here at 61 points. So that's why I was mainly what I was saying in the presentation we just went over. I really risk around 10 to 15 points to get around 50 to the 60, 80 point moves. So I like those low risk, high move opportunities, high profit opportunities. So for as far as adding in, let's just say looking at this trade, adding in is really tricky because especially with things like NQ, bro, if it's not good momentum or good volume going in there, it's really pointless to add in. And that's one of my rules. No adding in for that first trade if I didn't size heavy. But for me, adding in, like for this trade, I would have started out with around probably 2 to 3 cons, and then I would have added in if when I seen us break this level right here. Like as soon as we broke above this level, okay, I'm gonna add another con. I'm gonna update my stop loss to this level just in case it pulled back. Cause at the end of the day, you're still locking in this profit here for the first little bit of contracts that we took. So like I said, I enter here on 2 cons from the entry. And if we break in another key level, I add in again. So as long as we just keep breaking levels, I may add in, but I may add in if we retest an EMA and we got volume coming in behind it. Just little things like that. But for the most part, bro, I probably just I don't like to add in no more. I ain't gonna lie because the way the market been recently, bro, it'll pull back on you and it'll just bring you down even more.
Yeah, I've been uh I've been noticing that too. Um, yeah, it is tricky to add in, and I've been on YouTube and shit just looking for different strategies, and I haven't found one that like kind of makes sense for this market at least.
Hell no, not with this market. Like back then, like last year, around the time that Jesla made me an admin, that's when I was doing that admin shit heavy because we would get strong momentum. Like this right here, cool. Like we broke the level, okay, add in here, and then you see this pullback right here, you add in that another con, it probably would have brought you down on this pullback right here, and you probably would have closed the trade just for it to go, even higher. But if you would have
Mhm.
stayed with your regular size, you probably would have held this pullback and took it all the way back up here. You see what I'm saying? So it messes with your psychology a little bit with that adding in, because I mean, with this market nowadays, man, that shit it ain't really no good momentum. It's like really scalp plays. And like you said, I know you said you're not a scalper, so adding in could be tricky. So if you see an A+ setup, I would just say, load. I wouldn't say YOLO it, but maybe size heavier than you usually do. And just you gotta know you probably gotta update your stop loss, maybe loosen it a little bit or even tighten it if that makes you feel a little better.
For sure. All right then.
For sure.
I'm
And
almost got my 100K funded too. I'm halfway there, so
let's
shit.
go, my nigga. Let's
Yeah, got that 50K motherfucker. Now I got that 100K. Gonna be
And with that 50K, I'm telling you, bro, what helped me was just one con in that motherfucker. And then, I may add in another con, but right after that, bro, I'm securing profits if we hit another level. My boy said,
yeah, bro.
what's that?
They got my ass because I ain't even know about the scaling plan. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I started. I was like, what the hell is this? Because I was used to trading 5 cons. Then I can only trade 2. I'm like, man.
That's what they get you, bro. They don't tell you that shit. They be like, "Oh yeah, you got to work your way. You got it's basically like you got to deserve them 5 cons." Like that's what
Yeah,
shit. Like, bro, you let me trade 5 cons through the eval, but because they know though, they know niggas will really turn that shit up like that, bro. So it's
yeah,
like fucks with a nigga. Like, okay, damn, I ain't gonna make a quick 1,000 in 2 seconds no more. Like I really got to work for this and take a good trade, but
Yeah,
that's how
that's why
it is on the 100K too. It's like I think on the 100K you only can start out with 3 cons, and on
that's
the
good for me though. For me, for my risk management,
Mhm,
3 is like perfect. It's perfect for me. But yeah, I had to get the 100K, bro, because I'm like, I can't this 2 con shit. I
mhm.
can't do that, bro. For and then you got to build it up all the way to like what 2 band, 3 bands just to get all the 5 cons. Like, nah, I gotta get this 100K. But I'm gonna build this 100K up once I fund it. I'm gonna build that up to like 20K so I can take out 10 and then just have a cushion and then just build up my real portfolio from the funded and then
Yeah,
go crazy.
and go crazy. That's
But
all it
yeah,
is, bro. I mean, that shit, all we doing with, and this is what I told my homeboy J Ray the other day, because he would, I mean, this nigga is fucking unbelievable in fucking challenges, bro. I mean, this nigga can, like I said, he started 150K Friday. I mean, Thursday and passed it Friday. Like this nigga's unbelievable in challenges. But when
damn.
he's in that funded, it's I think it's the dopamine and the different mindset switch where he's like, okay, I'm in the fucking funded now, and I can't really load and catch those quick 4,500 plays like I was. So it fucks with his mentality a little bit. So when you get
Mm,
funded, man, just I'm not gonna necessarily say take it slow, bro, because at the end of the day, I didn't take it slow. I was hitting straight out the gate, but I mean, just treat it like a real account. Even that's even what I tell people about the eVols. Treat it like a real account. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you're gonna get something out of it if you do it right. So
yeah,
and actually grow the funded accounts. When you guys get funded, just grow them hoes. See what I'm saying? He said, no cap, I blew 200Ks funded, trying to run it up quick as fuck. Yeah, just grow it patiently. At the end of the day, bruh, especially after them 5 days green, at the end of the day, that's like a live account that you just down funded. I mean, you can take that bread out whenever. So just slow grind it. You see good opportunities, maximize them opportunities and them trades and take them profits. Elon, I'm looking at your question. In those trades, when your unrealized PNA is in drawdown past -500, what becomes your max loss at that point in the invalidated setup? So you saying if I'm in a trade and I'm down -500, um, what's my max loss point at? Like what's
No, I'm basically saying like, if you're in a trade and you said your max loss is -500, but say your setup's not invalidated and you keep letting that shit run, what becomes your max loss at that point?
uh,
Like if it does like you
I'm not letting that shit run, gang.
at
If I'm
all?
following my rules and I'm going
For
nah,
by
sure.
my rules, I'm not letting that shit run. Now, sometimes I know that's harder, to do, especially with NQ. But if I'm
But it's
seeing
really like a cut and
signaling,
re-enter type thing.
huh?
It's really like a cut and re-enter type thing.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what it is, bro. I'm gonna get right back into the trade. Let's I'm gonna give you an example. So this trade would have died right here. And I think I was about 3 cons in this trade. So 228 times 3. I would have been down 684. So I would have just cut the trade. Like boom, hit my stop loss. I'm done. But as soon as we might have would have broke back up here, I would have re-entered, bro. So I took this
Mm.
trade because of this bull flag here on a I think it looked like let me see what it looked like on a 5 minute. I think I took this trade off to this trade. I seen this little bull flag here or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, if this trade would have went to drawdown, I would have been down 600. I just would have cut the trade. But as soon as we would have broke back a level, and we still showing bullish signs, I'm gonna just get back in straight like that. Because if I would have held, there's no telling that we would have bounced off of there and not would have kept
Facts.
lower. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
probably would have
yeah.
hit
You're right.
my max loss for the day just to watch that motherfucker go back and break higher and do what it did. So
Yeah.
for the most part, bro, just cut that motherfucker, especially in these prop firms. If I know that I got $1,000 limit on that 50K, I can only lose 1,000. Cool.
Yeah, cut that shit.
I'm gonna just cut that motherfucker and get back in. And that's the thing. Even with futures, when you got a live account, it ain't like options where you got the PDT rule if you ain't got 25K in there. No, on my
Yeah.
Ninja Trader, I can trade that motherfucker till it blow up, till I ain't got $1 left in that motherfucker. And that's the thing about futures. It ain't like options where you got buying power. If you ain't got no buying power, okay, you can't trade no more. Or if you ain't got more than 25,000, you can't, sell or do whatever. So the thing about futures, you can really blow your bread in this if you're not following, your stop losses or your rules. So just cut it and we can always get back in, no question.
That.
And like I said, I usually have a stop loss to around 10 to 15 points. Even here, even on this trade, this is that trade I was up and I told you guys I actually sold for a loss. I told you guys to take profits up here because we made new highs, but I actually sold this trade here for a loss. So I risked around 4.3 points, which was $86 a contract. And I actually tightened my stop loss on this trade because I really didn't think we would reach this level. So this is one of those like C grade trades for me. So this is really a quick in and out little scalp. So I risked $86 a contract to gain 50 points, so 1,000 a contract. So that risk to reward is there. My risk to reward is always going to be there. I'm always going to risk 10 to 15 points to make at least 50 to 60 points easily, or maybe 100. And that's just my trading style. That's just me. That's where I get those. That's why I do the weekly time frame analysis, multi time frame analysis, because my levels come from bigger time frames, which allows me to hold my trades until those bigger targets.
I was going to ask you what helps you hold.
Yeah, bro. Just being able to grab those levels off of the 4-hour or weekly time frames or daily time frames. And if prices just continue to show that momentum of bullish or bearish, I'm just holding. The EMAs play a part in that too for me. And here lately, I don't even use the 9 EMA. I use strictly the 21. See, right now, I'm bullish on NQ because we're above the 4-hour 21 EMA. And right now, we kind of just in the ugly ass range right now. We just in a nasty range on NQ right now. So that's pretty much it for today. I just wanted to go over risk management and how you guys can get better at that. Damn, bro, I really think we break through the highs this week. I don't know about y'all, but y'all can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
I really feel like we break through these weekly highs and we just rock it. Price a little too good right now.
Gonna have another 20K week, nigga.
Shit, bro, I'm really trying to hit 50 this week.
Hey, then you have like a 20K day though.
Yeah, you remember that 20K day? That was in Justless chat off of Bear Flag, bro.
I remember that. That shit was
screenshot.
crazy.
I
Yo
still
ass.
screenshot in this bitch somewhere, bro.
Hey, how much you risked on that? Like, what was the risk to reward on that play?
I risked 2K. I risked my whole
Damn.
daily.
Oh shit.
I risked the whole daily loss limit in that bitch, bro. No
Yeah,
cap.
you crazy.
That's why I told you, Elon, I don't do that 10K. I mean that 10 con shit like that, bro. Like that shit is dangerous, cuz.
Oh god, that shit sound wicked.
That shit is crazy, bro. Like
Nigga
I'm
risked his
thinking you.
whole
I'm
account.
thinking.
nigga, I risked the whole account, bro. I was on
I'm thinking you had a
shit.
tight ass stop or something.
Me
Huh?
too.
No, hell no, no tight stop, nigga. I'm full porting the whole funded. Like, cause you gotta
Damn.
think that funded account was sitting at like 8 bands. So the most I could lose was 2K. So I mean, I would have still had 6K in there to play with. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And that I just YOLO'd it, bro. Like I said, bro, I don't know what was going on that day, but
Damn.
You just
Oh,
gave me a
God.
good ass idea, bro. You just gave me a good ass idea.
I mean, cause you gotta think about these funders, bro. And I want the quicker y'all niggas get this through y'all mindset, bro. I promise you won't give a fuck about them. Them bitches are good enough for a payout. Now, me as being a mentor and being a teacher of trading, okay, I'm gonna teach you guys. Yes, of course, grow the account, treat it like a live account, blase blase. But at the end of the day, that's a prop firm. So at any time, bro, Top Step can close their website and be like, you know what, fuck these niggas, bro. They making too much
Sure.
money off us. Let's close this down. No, what I say is run them hoes up to 20, take your 10, and okay, we can buy some more later if we blow it up or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
like to look at them like my homeboy is telling me. He was like, bruh, I honestly feel like prop firms are just good enough for payouts. You know what I'm saying? Then you flip that bread into your live brokerages and your personal brokerages, and you just, you know, make your profit through there, make your money through there. And that's exactly what I did. So now I can just have withdrawals whenever I want to. It's just not on Top Step time, if you get what I'm saying.
For sure.
So
Hey,
this
for the
was,
first payout on your funded, for the first payout, they give you 50%.
bro, no, they give you the whole 10. So that's why I tell you, that's why I tell people to run up the 20K, because you'll get the whole 10. You get 100% of your profits of the 10K. So why not just run that motherfucker up to 20 and then take your whole 10 right then and there? Because when you run it up again to 20, they're gonna take half of that. If you get what I'm saying, they're gonna take they little 20%, 10% from that.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm confused. You saying they give you your whole 10? What you mean? Like,
So up to your first 10,000, they give
yeah,
you 100% of your profits. But once you
gotcha.
take out more than $10,000, that's when the what is it, 80-20 rule or 90-10 split come in.
Okay.
Yeah. So after that, that's when they do the split. So that's why I always encourage, especially if you just now getting an account funded, run it up to 20K and take your 10. So I mean, and that's with every account. And then they gonna give you a extra $150. So you really taking out 10.150 if you want to be exact.
Hey, I got another question too, bro. So, uh, at what point in your funded do you start like sizing up? Like at what point do you feel like you got a good enough cushion to where you can size up? Oh shit, to where you can size up,
When I get over 5K.
and then you start doing what, a thousand a trade?
Yep. I start sizing up pretty heavy. So from when I get funded, what you talking about, the 100K account or just any one of them?
Just any one of them.
All right. So any one of them, I'll probably start out once I get funded, with the contracts about 1 to 2 cons. After I get around that 5K point, I'll probably start sizing up 4 cons, 3 cons more often. Over that 10K barrel, then that's when I get, you know what I'm saying? As more as your account grows, you're going to open up more cons. So make sure you utilize them, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, when you lose that money and it refreshes the next day. So let's say if you on a 50K account, you made 2,500, you can get all 5 cons, and then your account get below 2,500. They're gonna take them back. It's nothing
Yeah.
to play with 2 cons now. So that's why I like to size up and utilize that just in case like anything happens. But most definitely size up. But also don't get too antsy to size up. With that, as your account grows, still, you know what I'm saying, be modest of like, nigga, if I'm sizing up, that mean in Q, it ain't moving, you know, $20, $30 here. That shit better start moving like $100 and $200 here. Like, with 10 cons, bro, that
Get your
shit don't
mental.
move.
Okay, that should get serious.
That shit
Yeah.
don't move $20, $30 a point, bro. That shit moves $600, $500 a point. So shit moves crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying.
At that point though, you gotta just be trusting in your strategy for real, because it's the same
Yeah.
fucking chart.
It's the
It's
same
the same.
shit.
Yeah, it's the
Every
same
day's the
chart.
same, bro. It's just more money
More
going
risk.
into it. So that's all it is, bro. It's more risk. But with that, it fucks with people's psychology. Like I said, that shit likely to scare the fuck out of me, bro. Like I'm trying to show you guys this video because I recorded that motherfucker, but I was so damn late recording it.
Damn.
Y'all can see
How you suggest we do our run up to 20K?
Oh, 15, man.
Look,
Damn.
Damn.
look how that shit move, bro.
Damn.
Like that shit not moving by $20, $30, nigga. That shit moving $1,500, $600.
Man, turn me the fuck up, man. I'm finna go crazy with this funded.
I'm saying, Pop, let's turn up.
Fuck
Fuck
the
this shit.
bullshit. Man. I'm finna get funded this week. My 100K at like 3,400. I got it up. I got it up there. That last week, I got it to 3,400 last week. All I did was trade YM and ES too, like 1-2 cons.
That's another
So,
thing, bro. You got that shit mastered. Like YM
Yeah.
is money for you. Like that's just like NQ. Like I don't like to look at nothing else but NQ, bro. Like
Yeah, I'm thinking about dropping ES. I dropped NQ. Fuck NQ, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
hey, that's how I felt
Yeah.
about oil, nigga. Fuck oil.
Hey, fuck oil too, nigga.
That oil
Hey.
shit crazy. No cap, bro.
Oil is on be on some crack baby shit for real. I'm not gonna lie. NQ is some crack baby shit too. Like that shit pissed me off. I lost the most money on NQ, bro.
Word.
Yes, bro. I don't know what it is, but NQ I just lose the most money, and it'd be this for the most part. It'd be like the same setups
Be the
as
same fucking
YM,
chart, bro.
but yeah, I don't know, bro. I stopped trading it though, and life has been way better.
Nah, man, you gotta do what's best for you, bro. I don't blame you. I need them YM call outs though, gang. That should be moving too good, but I just be like, I can't. I don't know. It just like it moves too damn slow for me or something. I think I'm just so used to that quick ass profit on NQ that
Yeah, NQ when she moves, she moves. YM is more controlled, but it moved far. It moved